Howdy y'all, this is Texas Gaming Industries here, and welcome back to another episode of my Let's Play of Now Boarding. In the previous episode, we really started to fully, get a lot of people moving with our new A380 airplanes after realizing that it can carry a lot of people, even if it does go slower the more crowded it's filled in. But it has more destinations. Well, it can practically go to more destinations than just 10. So we might actually start replacing our entire fleet with that. So in this episode, we're going to continue on trying to get more destinations unlocked and hopefully replace our entire fleet. So that being said, let's head back to Europe and get started. So we only have 2 of these for now, and we got 3 of these along with 1 of these. But we do have enough for 1 more love boat, which I think we're just going to buy already and assign these to the various corridors. Right. First of all, we need to get this, we need to get our blimp back to base. And let's begin by setting up an airplane to serve this area. 10 destinations at a time, okay? Alright, let's actually take care of getting some of these planes down here. To serve some major cities, so Paris, London, Lisbon, Corsica. Jeez, I can't seem to remember the name. Mallorca, yeah, it's Mallorca. Istanbul, Vienna, Italy, well, to Rome in Italy, Glasgow, Dublin. Yeah. Now let's assign these planes to their respective corridors. And only carry passengers for those particular areas. And let's just get this one taken care of for this area. That, and for the western part of the world, let's see. Alright, and let's just get this blimp out. Jeez, somehow I can't talk right now. Let's just get this blimp out so at least people can get happy. Use these existing plans. Let's see, we got some passengers to take care of in this area. Take care of them up there. Take some up there. Final boarding. Okay, we got a lot of passengers to get to their particular destination, so we'll have to hopefully get more people onto these flights. It needs to go to Copenhagen and Oslo. Let's use existing to get some of the other passengers on board. Yeah, I think having them situated for those quarters may not work. really work? No, it's not gonna work. Let's see. 87. Ouch. Okay. Do not use those planes for those particular types of routes then. Got 26k in the bank. Let's see, how much can I get from selling one of these? 15 grand. I could probably sell these two off and just get the love boat to replace those two. And if I sell this, 21, so I can, let's see, I'm about 7 grand short. Okay, I guess I can keep it like that for now. But let's actually set these planes up for particular areas. Okay, so let's see. You'll just fly around in this area for a bit, and then fly back to the main base. Same thing for this airplane. They'll serve the eastern part of Europe. Pick up passengers from there. Use existing. Let's see. Let's plan a new route. And then take the same routes back. And let's see. Let's use existing for this particular plane. And use existing for... Okay. Actually, might as well just use this for this all-around plane route. Which can stop at every destination, which is going to be very, very helpful. Get these passengers aboard their flights and send them out. Slow to start, but they'll eventually be slowly picking up more and more people on their flights. Okay, we got some passengers bound for Copenhagen. Might as well send that plane out to pick up a couple of other passengers on their flight. Let's see. Whoa, we got some mad passengers for Zurich, and we got some other passengers bound for Oslo, and some others bound for Zurich. Might as well just have to wait for the arrival of this plane that serves the northern parts of Europe first. Here comes the blimp. That's good. Let's use existing and send it out again to keep people happy. And start planning to load passengers up. Alright, we got passengers bound for Lisbon and several other areas, and we got these passengers getting back on board. Send this plane out, and oh jeez Louise, there's so many people here at this airport that just want to go to their destinations. Okay, I believe with this being taken care of, everybody should be able to get to where they need to go. Where one of these planes will eventually come back in, and I just use existing, and that will get people to their correct planes. Alright. Hopefully we can get the other people on board too before the end of the timer. Yeah, this is not gonna work. I think the A380 planes are not going the way I was expecting. 109! Yeah, we're just actually gonna sell these back. I thought we could get these taken care of, but somehow the routes are not working out. At least I can buy a couple more of these planes to make up for it. Actually, I'll just buy one more love boat and just keep the fleet as it is. Now, let's start the next month. We gotta get 250 passengers delivered in a single month. So let's start setting up some routes. Okay, got one for the western part of Europe. One for northern Europe. One for the eastern. And actually, we'll save this one to serve the major capitals of Europe. Oh, I just realized I could have just set that plane to do an all-arounder. And I missed my chance to do so. Alright, let's just get these routes set up for the left plane, just to make sure that they get to where they need to go. Use existing, and use existing, use existing, and use existing. Okay. There are passengers to be picked up at a couple of these other airports. Okay. Planes have left. Got a lot of people bound for Mallorca, which is supposed to be in August, which is going to be in 2 months from now. So we'll expect a lot of people wanting to go to Mallorca. Let's use existing for this plane. Use existing for this as well to get the other passengers on board. Use existing. And use existing. Alright, we're getting a lot of people to where they need to go to. $17.50 from that money cloud, that's good. Yeah, I think this new strategy is going to help. Got more passengers to bring into the terminal. In exchange, those passengers will be boarded onto planes bound for their direct corridors. Get those passengers unloaded and use existing again. Last of these passengers delivered before the end of the month. Use existing. $44, a lot better than last month. And we made about 40 grand. Let's see, what else do we need? We need to unlock more destinations that will give us more passengers to fly in our airplane. Let's unlock Moscow, Russia next. Then unlock Amsterdam. All we have left is Frankfurt in Germany and Madrid in Spain. And then all we just have to do is just get the 250 passengers delivered, and practically that's the entirety of the game. Now we just have to wait for these planes to get back to the main terminal. I wouldn't be surprised if they picked up a couple of passengers while they made their stops. Now I need to start setting up the routes. So, we'll go down south, then go to the far east, then fly back to Vienna and then back into Zurich. The northern route will stay the same, so will the western route. Oh, I'm gonna add Amsterdam to the schedule. Only destinations at a time. Might as well get an extra flight into Amsterdam. Do that. Okay. Hold on. Let's see. Gotta make sure I do not click on the check mark until I got every city I need to connect to. Back to Zurich, get the northern route set up, get the, what was it, the eastern route set up, and get this route set up. Yeah, there's plenty of passengers wanting to go to their own destinations, and thankfully those A380 planes can really help out, and keep those people happy too. Okay, let's send those planes out. And let's just hope that this will actually get me to the 250 that we need. Alright. We got some passengers heading from Copenhagen and Stockholm, which this plane is heading to. So at least those passengers are getting to where they need to go. Let's see. Those passengers unloaded. Get those loaded. Alright. Send that plane out. Set this plane up for the Western Division. Or the Western Corridor. And send that plane out. Oh, jeez, those passengers are livid! Get on board, please get on board before they go irate. Okay. Final boarding, let's get this done. Use existing route, drop these passengers off for Vienna, Brussels, and Athens, Greece. Bring in this plane, drop these passengers off, and pick up the passengers bound for the Eastern Corridor. Send this blimp out again. Use existing. And use existing. And use existing. I won't be able to get everybody delivered, sadly, but at least I did try to deliver as much as I could. $225 less than the goal. So close. But, however, it allows us to buy Frankfurt and Madrid, which means we all have the last city, all the cities in Europe unlocked. Now let's start the next month, and probably might be the last one we'll ever do. Maybe. Because the 250 is going to be hard. And what's this? Winter Festival in Moscow in January. Since this is going to be in the middle, and oh, there's a lot of people heading to Mioka. So I'm going to have a lot of people heading there. So I'm going to probably add it to the schedule, which is, well, obviously I'm also adding these cities, the new cities we also unlocked as well to the schedule. Do this, and do that. The other passengers on out and get to the correct planes. Okay, got some passengers sent out into Mioka. Several more passengers heading to Mioka. We're gonna have a lot of people heading to the seaside. This could be the one to finish it. But now with that destination unlocked, I want to, let's see, can it go, yeah I can, but I have to go back through Glasgow to get back to the European mainland. Let's see. Go down here for Rome, through there, and then back to Zurich. Use existing, send this plane in, use existing route. And send these planes out because I think they're starting to get really, really crowded. Yeah, there's a lot of people in Amsterdam needing to be picked up. Let's see. Other cities need to be picked up, along with Mioka, and... Ooh! Okay, there's some people in Madrid that need to be picked up. Okay, let's drop those passengers off for now. And send that plane out to pick up more. Wow, we reached about the 6-digit mark for the first time in this game. Maybe? I'm not so sure. But that means we're making loads of money, which is good. Okay, let's get these passengers unloaded. Let's see, any other destination? Yeah, we got so many passengers heading down to Mioka. Alright, final boarding. Let's actually see if we can get... let's just try to get as many passengers as we can home. Take care of that. And that, and that, and that. Let's see. Do that. Do this, that, that. And hopefully we can get those other passengers picked up. Because there's so many people here. D+, and that only took out a tiny bit. 130! 174? Oh, man, that is... Ugh. That is just bad. Okay, I think we'll probably might have to go back to the original idea of using the love planes for the corridors. Let's see. We can buy 2 of those, and I'll just buy, let's see. I guess I'll have to do it for now, and at least do it for this episode. So, if you had enjoyed this episode of my Let's Play of Now Boarding, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to Texas Gaming Industries for new video uploads every Friday or Saturday, depending on my outside schedule. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye!